Hello guys, in this tutorial I will explain how to render a crystal. I will be going over how to apply a displacement node to an object and how to make a basic crystal material. I also will give you some basic tips, and I will explain what kind of render settings to use. So let's begin, let's start and do this. So I will be showing you guys how to make this lighting setup. I put all the lights in a group and call it lights underscore group. Let's see, I will start with the dome lights. So I use the dome light with an intensity modifier with 0.5. I put a texture in, an HDR texture. You can find them on the internet for free. I put a texture to 2K, and that's all for the dome light. I also have 3 rim lights. There's one here, and here, and a front light. I used pinkish purple colors to get a certain color combination, and that's all for the lights. Let's see, I will now import the OBJ file, the crystal. Let's see, we need this one. We import it and it's upside down for some reason, so we can fix that. We go press E, so you go to the rotate mode, you can rotate it 180 degrees. Let's move it up and let's scale it because it's a little bit small. We want to keep in mind when we scale it, we also need to change the displacement amount to the scale. So if we scale it up by 2, we need to change the displacement amount also with 2, and I will show you that right now. So let's make a displacement node. So we go to create, we go to Vray displacement, and we want to choose this one, apply a single Vray displacement node to selection. So we press that one, then we click on Vray displacement node in the outliner, and we go to attributes. You want displacement control and open subdiv. So press displacement control and open subdiv, and now we can place texture right here, the displacement texture that we made in ZBrush. So let's look at that file. Okay, so this is the displacement that you can see, the crystal-like displacement. Open it, and that's all done. So now we again press on Vray displacement node, and we're going to the extra Vray attributes, and we want to change some settings. So we want to keep continuity, so press it on, and the displacement amount has to be 2, and that's all. So now that we have our lights done and we have a Vray displacement node on the model, we can change the render settings. So we're gonna press this button right here, and it's gonna give you a no tab. So let's see, the first thing we are gonna do is change the resolution. So we want to go for 1K square, and then we want to go to the Vray tab, and we want to press progressive. We're gonna go with buckets in later stages, but for now we're gonna go progressive because we are first gonna test render. We wanna see 1 minute is good for max render time, and subdiv, let's go for 12, so it's gonna give us a better result. Let's see, GI, we always want to turn GI on, and that's all we have to do for right now. So let's turn this off, and now we're gonna go and open this one. This is the render tab. We're gonna go and right click, and we're gonna press current perspective, and let's see what results we will get. Okay, so the render is done, and you can see that the displacement works. You can see the edges here. It looks kind of cool. So it still has the basic material, so the only thing you can see is the reflection of a bit of the lights, but we're gonna change that. But first we're gonna make a camera. So let's see, we want to use this let's see, we want to use this perspective. Let's see, we want to go to view. We want to press on create camera from view, and now we have a camera right here. I'm gonna rename it to camera 01. Let's see. Now I want to change the camera. I want to go and lock it, and I want to go to camera settings and use a resolution gate, so you can see this is a 1K gate, so you can see what you're gonna get in the render. So this is gonna be the render. So we wanna unlock it and get a bit closer. So we got it. So like this, and now let's see. We wanna lock it again. So if we are now going in perspective mode by pressing space and right mouse click, we want to go to perspective. You can see that we made a camera right here, and let's see how the render is gonna go. Let's press this, and we want to press camera 01, so it's gonna render from that camera and not from this perspective mode. Let's see. It is done, and look, we got a better placement of the crystal, and you can see it really works. The displacement looks really cool. So now we're gonna make a crystal like material, a basic material. So let's see, right click and assign new material. We're gonna choose Vray material, and we are gonna change the settings. Let's see. First thing we want to do is reflection color. We want to go to white. Amount is 1. It's all good. Let's go to refraction. On it, refraction here. Let's go to white, so it makes it invisible, or more like glass. Let's go to refraction. EOR to 2. On Google, what EOR you want to use for different kinds of glass. For example, for crystal you want to use 2, an amount of 2. For example, for diamond you want to use 2.4 of a 2.418 or something, if I remember it well. Then we want to change the far color, so we want a kind of a pinkish crystal look, pinkish purple. So let's go for this color right here, and we want to fog multiplier to 0.3. Let's see if this works. So that's all we will do for now, and let's see what kind of results we will get. So I will test render it right now. So we rendered it for around a minute, and let's see, we got this kind of result. You can see it's already looking more like a crystal with the reflections of the background. Let's see, it still looks a little weird. Let's try to fix that. Let's see, what can we do? Maybe we can turn the crystal and render it in another perspective. Let's see. So I changed the crystal, I just turned it around a little bit, and it looks a lot better now, especially the top piece. Looks really cool. Now I wanna try and make a full render with the bucket. So let's go to render settings and let's change it. So we want to go to Vray, progressive, we want to press bucket, and max subdivisions, that's alright, 12. Let's go to common, let's change the 1K square to a 2K square, and let's see, we can now try to render it. But before we do, we want to make a render element. So we want to make a material ID, so we go to the Vray material and then go to attributes, Vray material ID. Want to press it on, and let's go to extra Vray attributes and make this white. So now we can make an alpha, so everything, if you render this one, I will make the color white, so it's an extra render pass. So we can change the background, for example, in Photoshop if we want to later on. Let's see, let's go and try and render this. So now the render is done and it looks awesome, but I would still change some things, but for this tutorial it's fine like this. If you want to change, you can just, for example, make another displacement that with less bumps, like here. It looks a bit weird for a crystal. Also, for example, this slice here, it's not really suiting for a crystal. Also, I would make a more in-depth material for the crystal. So maybe some extra textures for the reflection. Let's see how the material ID turned out. So this is just a mask and it looks fine. So now we can just export this one and this one, so we can always change it in Photoshop if you want, for example, this on a bit white background or something. We can change it. Anyway, that's it, and I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time.